All right, Saturday, heading out. Now, I'm heading down here to pick up Parker. And there's a 60% chance that when I get there, he'll dog me. But as of about 11 o'clock last night, we were going. So this will be about the 5th time we've tried. So I'm not sure if we're going to go for deer or for elk. We'll have to talk about where we're going. The sun's coming up. It's going to be a great day. I made some breakfast burritos so we can eat them on the road. And I hope we can find some antlers. Alright, check this out. That thing barely fits on the seat. Let me see, show me that other set. Parker's showing me a... Oh my gosh. That is ridiculous. Look at that one.
Some pretty fun stuff. Tell you what, take my little boy out and he's the luck charm. It's crazy.
Yeah. So check out Parker's YouTube channel, Country Boys. Like I said, Parker finds big stuff. That's big.
We're gonna go find something big today.
Right on, let's go.
Heck yeah.
All right, we're out here. Picked a spot. We're in a spot that I have literally walked hundreds and hundreds of miles in. So I know that there are deer sheds out here, but they are few and far between. We decided to go all or nothing style today. This is the type of country where if we find something, it's going to be cool, and if we don't find nothing, that won't be surprising. Hope we find something for you guys today. I hope we get into some good ones. But Parker's over here one ridge over from me. We're making our way off this direction. When we get to this canyon rim, we're going to go over and then pop back up and just kind of zigzag through here. The deer have been in here. I know that down this draw right here that I'm in, there's a spring that's year-round. And you wouldn't think there'd be a spring out here. But there's actually 3 or 4 that I know of. I meant to bring a trail camera next time I came into this area because I was going to put a trail camera out. Because a buddy of mine's got a deer tag. 2 people I know have a deer tag, and there's a 200-inch buck out here I've seen a couple of times that I would like to see one of them get. So I'm going to try and locate it, but I'll have to come back out here again another time with the trail camera. Anyway, if we get onto something good today, I'll let you know.
Some of the really greatest arrowhead spots I even haven't looked.
Little broken one.
That's cool.
Cool stuff. But it's not an antler. Should be another one out here. I saw some flint chips just right over here, so a point like this would probably have points on it.
Those old Anasazi's probably had some hard hunting out here.
Most of this stuff out here is 3,000–4,000 years ago, and it might have been a lot wetter. Well, it was a lot wetter out here then. Would have been totally different. There's actually towers on a few of these points where they were living out here.
Towers out here?
Uh-huh. One of these points just right, we're within a quarter mile of it, I know.
Never paid attention to them.
Alright, we'll be back. Alright, if nothing else, I did not get skunked today. But we ain't picking that one up because it was not naturally detached from the skull. There's a deadhead here somewhere. The other side will be here someplace, but who cares? We're looking for big stuff. Alright, the truck is maybe 200 yards that direction. We have not found anything all day. Unfortunately, Parker's wife and kids are sick, so we got to head back. But we were just about to leave skunked. We were talking about how we could possibly have not found an antler today, and then I looked over on Parker's side.
I wanted to see it.
Not the buck we're out here looking for, but it's a hard white young buck that'll be cool sometime. Kicker there. All right, well, I thought my hat had failed me, but it managed to pull one off right before the truck. All right, I'm taking a break from knife making to bring you a special treat. So Parker and I did get to go out for a little bit today, but didn't have much of a day as far as finding sheds. I found 2, but not to worry. I talked him into showing us some of his sheds. So this is the type of video that I've really enjoyed, where I've seen Dirty Giants and Rise and Shed do videos of some of people's finds, some of their buddies' finds that have found some cool stuff. Now, the cool thing about Parker is, we started shed hunting together, I don't know, it's been some years ago. And the thing that I always noticed was, we would go out someplace, he or I would find an antler, big single, and he'd say, oh, I think I have that other side of that buck, or I have another year off of that buck. So we'd go back to his house, and his house was stacks of antlers. Every corner, every chair, every couch, on his bed, antlers. He would walk in there, walk right up to a stack, reach down, 10 or 12 antlers down to that stack, go down, pick it up, pull it out, and pull out the other side of that antler. He did that a couple of times. He not only knew the bucks, but he knew that he had the other side, and he knew right where it was. Out of his hundreds of antlers, he knew right where every one of them was. Always blew me away. I can't remember. I can pick up a big single, and I don't remember 2 minutes later if it was a right or a left. So, always impressive. And so, like I've said several times, Parker just seems to be one of those guys that finds big antlers. So, we're going to go look at some of his. I just asked him to pick out, like, he's got stacks, he's got hundreds, but I asked him to pick out like maybe a half a dozen of his favorite bull, his favorite deer set. I'm hoping he's got a set that he found a single off of, and 20 something years later matched it up. And he's got pictures of when they found that single, and he's clear back in high school, or clear back in school. He found the first side, and he matched it up over 20 years later. That second shed had laid out there for over 20 years, and I know that would surprise some people that antlers can lay out that long, but out here in this desert country, they do. They can. I mean, some of these chalky ones that are out there are probably 30 plus years old. So, pretty excited about this. We'll get there here. I don't have a whole lot of daylight left, and we'll do what we can do with the daylight we got left, but this should be pretty cool. All right, so we're going to start out with some weird ones. He's got a whole pile here behind me.
If we had more time, we'd get to the rest of the pile, but I picked out a few here to show. These are a couple weird ones. Just kind of no rhyme or reason to them, really. I don't know.
Wow, look at show me the base of that deer.
Look at
that cupped base.
Super thick and just crazy.
Crazy thick mass on that.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's like a
old bull or.
Yeah, it's like 36-inch beam, but it's like a 8-pound antler. That's cool.
Never seen anything like that until this one, so kind of crazy.
Cool.
Never know what you find. This is one of my favorite bulls that I've got.
No way.
These fourths are so freaking crazy.
Look at these fourths. Look at that fourth. Look at that back end.
Crazy bull. Good fronts. Decent thirds. So just a.
Look at that sword. You guys, that is just crazy. This that hook on that thing's in the 20s. Just that front.
I mean, feel the weight to those things.
Turn me right and left. Oh, goodness sakes! I got to take another step back to get everything in.
This is man, when you find a set like this.
No way, is that this bull here on your shirt, or is it different? No, is that the one that's coming up?
Yeah.
All right.
So, this is one that we found with that bull, though. They were within maybe a half a mile of each other.
Wow.
Just got dang lucky, hit a cool pocket. So.
Have you measured those fourths?
I haven't. All I know is they're super long.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. I mean, look, those are 25, 26, easy.
Oh, yeah. Pretty wild.
Cool.
Too bad he's not out here with us.
Okay, so this bull right here, Parker's son William found. Is this the one where you had him on your back?
Yeah.
You were telling me earlier? So
Yeah.
tell me that story.
So, we were walking along, and this elk shed was laying in the bush like this, and I had my son on my shoulders like this, and I literally walked, I mean, this close to it. Didn't even see it. And then I got to about right here, and my son was like, Dad, elk horn. And I was like, what? And I looked around, and sure enough, that thing was laying there, and I was like, how many have I walked past? I mean, holy cow, if I walked past that
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 scoreable points that I can see right there.
Just crazy. And so, you can only imagine, we were circling, and couldn't match it up. So we had to pack that one out.
Look at that crazy second, with all that knot on it.
Yeah. Well, then, so we came back about a week later and looked again and didn't find it. And then I went out about 2 days after that, and I went right to where we found that horn, and I just said, if I was a bull elk, where would I go? And I walked down to the point where I was thinking, and bam, this thing was laying within 100 yards of where we picked that one up, which I could not believe, because we circled and circled that place.
So crazy. Show me this side. Look at that hook.
Mass, I mean, just, it's crazy.
So grab the other side. So this is the bull on your, that's your logo.
No, next.
No. Oh man.
Sorry.
See what I mean? Oh, Parker finds big antlers. No, these aren't the ones that he's proud enough to put on a t-shirt. These are just bulls.
Yeah, these are sweet. This is, oh man, I'll never forget this day, or this experience. I guess.
And William is how old?
William's 2 years old. He's almost 3. So
this is William's first set. Well, he found this side. That's his first.
Yeah, he found that. I could not believe it. So he's gonna be ruined now. So
yeah.
He's not gonna know what to
He's not gonna care about the puny 380 bulls.
So maybe I shouldn't have ruined him so soon. So
what's this one?
William and me were out, and we were walking along, and I had him out just running around, and we got to this area where there was an Anasazi ruin, and so we were just bumming around checking out all the pretty rocks and pretty pottery, and there's some really pretty pieces that William was like, Dad, check out this pottery, you know. It's pretty fun. And William ran around a tree, and he came lugging this one out from around that tree that he went around. And he's like, Dad, I got it.
It's genetic.
He's just over there pulling it, and he couldn't even lift it, you know. I was just like, holy cow, we've got to find the other side. And we have not been able to match him up. But while we were looking for this other side,
that's when you found that set.
And
crazy.
It was within a half a mile of where he picked this up.
So crazy.
So a big old monster buck and a big old monster bull living in the same area. Just crazy. Never. You have to like get down to pick it up. So I was out on a hike, and I think the GPS said 18 miles at this point, and I had like 15 elk sheds on my back already, which was just, I was having an unbelievable day. Just, I've never had a day this good before or since. But I had a ton of elk sheds on my back. And then I walked up the hill, and that shed was laying there like that. And
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah, and I had some pretty good bulls on my pack already. And so I pulled the biggest 6-point I had off, and I set it next to that thing, and it just blew it out of the water.
Yeah. And
I was like, oh my gosh, like, what do I have here? You know, it took me a minute to really sink it in, you know.
Crazy.
But, once it sunk in, I was like, I've got to match that thing. That's the biggest elk I'll probably ever pick up in my life. And I was just pumped, you know. I was running everywhere. I was circling, run up the hill, run down the hill, run side hills, and I could not find it. And by this time, I was losing hope. I was thinking, it's chalky. Somebody probably came through here, picked up the other side. I was running all these scenarios through my brain, you know, and so I went back to this antler, and I picked it up, and I threw it on the pile, and by this time, I mean, I was weighed down. I was just like ready to get out of there.
So I don't know if you guys noticed it while we were hunting today, but Parker doesn't actually carry a shed pack. So like, I complain if I get like 2 or 3 elk sheds and I don't have a pack on me. He'll tie them up and duct tape them up and just throw them on his shoulders, which I don't know how he even carries them like that, but yeah.
Yeah.
So he ain't kidding when he says he just had him on his shoulders, because I've seen him do it.
Yeah, and I had, you should have seen the stack. It was way up there, you know, and I was just holding on like this, jimmying up the hill, you know, and I got about 30 yards from where I picked this one up, and I looked over and I could just see that much of this antler. And it was underneath a cedar tree. And from where I thought that's a small antler, busted piece. I'm gonna go check it out, but I probably won't carry it out. As I got closer, there was a hole in the ground, and this sucker was sitting down in the hole underneath the cedar tree. It must have been where a bull was kicking the dirt out and made a little hole right there.
Huh.
And I lost it. I was screaming like a little girl. I was like, holy cow, what did I just find, you know? And anyway, so I picked him up and I just held him there for a while, and then I set them next to each other and just stared at them for a while. And I stashed all the other antlers, and I grabbed this set and I hightailed it out.
So you stashed everything and left it and just took that one out.
Yeah, because I was just like, I got to get this thing home.
So you guys tell me, what would you do if you picked up that bull? Would you scream like a girl too?
For real. Yeah, it was one of those experiences that was just unbelievable. And I mean, just look how long that thing is. It's just crazy.
Okay, turn me side to side a little bit. Oh man, so big. That's just ridiculous.
Crazy how big it is.
So I've seen some people post bulls that they say are 400. That bull's 400.
Oh yeah.
That bull's 400.
He's definitely 400. I mean, feel how heavy those are. It's hard to hold them up. I mean, I'm resting them on the sides right now, and I'm like, oh man, this is heavy.
That thing's crazy.
I pick it out like that. I'm like, oh my gosh.
So Parker has both a Facebook page and a YouTube channel, Country Boys. So check him out. He's got a cool video on there where he found, what, 5 sets off the same bull?
I think 6.
6 sets. 6 sets, 6 consecutive years off the same bull in the same area.
It's crazy.
Crazy.
And
go check out his channel.
I saw that bull this year, and he was probably pushing about a 380 bull. And he had a big old split second, and on this side he had an extra on the, he had like a split 5th.
Uh-huh.
And it was just a nice bull. But we can't find him, we can't locate him. But one of these days we're probably going to stumble on his sheds, because he just sheds in that same spot. So kind of
That's
crazy.
cool. Now I found, the most I found is 4 years off the same bull, but not sets. I found 4 different years, different sides.
Right.
And one set off the same bull. And then I actually saw the bull the day I picked all those up, same day. He was in there packing bull sides and hadn't shed that year, and I haven't been back in there yet. to see if he's shedding there again.
I think it's pretty hard and rare to find that many sets. Like, I mean, I picked up a lot of horns now. I've done it for a while now, and
Parker did it before it was cool.
yeah, I did it way back before they were even worth anything.
So do you have, on the way here I was talking about, you have that antler out here that you said you found over 20 years apart to match up?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So